We are not interested in that. Wait.
May I, my lords?
No.
Lordship,
You can start on your own until unless I permit you to.
No, therefore I'm seeking permission to address lordships.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
What's your IA number?
10138 of 26.
Mr. Percy Bilimoria.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Right. Two.
Right. My lord, the compilation.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Yes.
IA number?
10138. As my lord has heard, it is a vexed issue. It is nobody's case that dogs should be on the streets. Now, why are they on the streets? They are on the streets because ABC has not been conducted in a effective manner. So, in this situation, my lord, if I may just take my lord to the PIB.
What is PIB?
The PIB Press Information Bureau,
Acha.
1st April 2025. My lord, this is the same, it's in the suggestions module. This is the same Press Information Bureau report which the amicus relied on to cull out the number of dog bites. Now this says, and I'm just reading them, my lord, it is
Yes.
the intensive implementation of the animal birth control program by local bodies is the only rational and scientific solution, to overpopulation of street dogs.
What is the scientific solution?
Animal birth control.
Annual birth control.
Now, my lord, Press Information Bureau disseminates information on behalf of the government.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that as on 1st April 2025, this was also the view of the government of India.
Yes.
Now, why is it that ABC has not worked? It has not worked for 3 reasons.
Yes.
Inept handling of ABC, under capacity. It is underfunded and there is under capacity.
Yes.
And third is corruption. I will just touch upon briefly all 3. So, my lord, the first thing.
Tell us something new, Mr. Bilimoria. All this, we understand everything.
This has been argued.
This
Time
is what
and
we are
again.
trying to tell you. All this while.
Ineffectiveness, non-operational centers,
My lord,
no
there is a
staff,
road map. There is a
undermining
road
the
map that
centers.
I'm
No
recommending.
infrastructure,
no
nothing.
infrastructure.
So that's all we
No,
know.
it's not about that, my lord. I'm setting out a road map which will solve the problem. So, my lord, the first and foremost thing is there is no census. Now, if there is any public program,
Even census has also been argued.
how does one know? One
Yes.
has to know the population we start
Statistics.
with.
Dashboard, geotagging, everything,
Microchip.
microchipping, everything has been argued.
You tell us something new. Otherwise, we'll go through your note.
Well, my suggestions have a road map and the directions that the Supreme Court may pass to
Where
make
is it? Where is that?
ABC more effective.
Let us see. In your compilation of judgments or in the written
It's in
submission?
the suggestions.
Suggestions. Page. Where are the suggestions? Let us see your suggestions. The road map. We don't find any road map or suggestions.
My lord, if my lord will come to page 2,
Page 2, yes, suggestions. Correct.
directions from the Honorable Supreme Court.
Yes.
One is appoint a committee of domain experts chaired by the learned Attorney General of India. Second, the terms of reference should be to direct a nationwide census of stray dogs, if it considers it necessary.
All right, next.
Then prescribe the sterilization capacity necessary in each state.
All
The
right.
population will differ. if you have population of 100,000 dogs, capacity is different than when you have 400,000.
Correct.
So therefore, the capacity, the ideal capacity may be prescribed. And then there is a scientific, so my lord, my IA contains at Annexure I collie various scientific reports. These are scientific studies, in fact, done in Jodhpur, Jaipur, where the population of stray dogs has come down by as much as 40%. So it is a tried and tested model. The point is, it works,
How do you arrive at that figure then when there is no census, by the way?
but that is why I'm saying that census should be the
So
first
we
thing.
are asking you, you are arguing that the population has come down. N number of councils have argued without there being a census.
My lord, we just
Totally
see the
unrealistic
paper. My lord,
arguments.
we just see the scientific papers.
All
These
right.
are by scientists, not by me.
They have done census on the ground
Yes,
of
my lord.
the entire population. Then why do we need a census?
They have done
Let those figures be published.
they have done a census only in Jaipur and Jodhpur, my lord.
In limited areas, yes.
Yes. Then, my lord, appoint a nodal officer of repute
To oversee the implementation of the ABC.
to
program
oversee
in
the
accordance with
implementation
commission
of
the committee.
ABC.
Very well.
And then there has to be a regular feedback, a data feedback to my lords to see whether ABC is working or not. And if the suggestions are followed, my lord will see that impact. Now, my lord, I'll just turn to one more point. My lord, this is a PIL. Now, my lord's order depends on media articles. Now, if I may just turn to in the compilation of judgments,
Yes.
there is a judgment called Holy Cow Pictures.
Yes.
So,
801.
yes, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, the Holy Cow Pictures at para 9.
Yes.
Yeah, what's that? At internal para 17 states at page 111.
111. Yes. Yes.
Time has come to weed out the petition which, though titled as public interest litigations, are in essence something else. And then on the next page, my lords will see line 8.
Yes.
It is also noticed that the petitions are based on newspaper reports without any attempt to verify their authenticity. As observed by this court in several cases, newspaper reports do not constitute evidence. The same sentiment was expressed in the case of Jacob Pulley. So if my lord will come to page 165.
So you mean to argue that this petition should not have been registered?
No, my lord, I'm just saying cognizance is fine. The law is that my lords cannot depend only on newspaper reports. Only on newspaper reports to pass direction.
This deals with a situation wherein the court observed that the public interest writ petitioner should be kept out of picture and the matter should be pursued with the aid of an amicus curiae. So there was no writ petitioner, we may inform you. This was a suo motu registration.
My lord,
So this judgment did
as
not
was
apply to
already
you.
argued, amicus curiae is only for law.
Yes, yes,
There
that's
is a need to ascertain the reality.
Very
That has
well.
been already argued.
All right, let it, thank you.
No, there is one second. My lord, the point is that there have been several media reports which have either been inaccurate or which club facts with opinions. So if I may just point out some of these,
What exactly you wish to say?
I'm saying that media reports by itself create an echo chamber. If there is somebody who believes that dogs are dangerous, they'll start believing that. This is the reason why Mr. Zuckerberg was pulled out in Congress, because their algorithm simply repeated the same theme again and again. If one goes to YouTube, depending on whether you are left-leaning or right-leaning, It will throw out only the videos that YouTube believes that you like to see and what will see. So therefore, there is something called an echo chamber. So therefore, today, unfortunately, my lord, society is divided. It's divided between, we have given them labels. I'm saying that a more consensual approach, there are no haters, there are no lovers. It is society as a whole which has to look at this and see which is the best, most scientific way of resolving this
No problem.
question before my lords.
Very well.
And the roadmap is in my suggestion.
Thank you very much.
May I, Lordship?
My lord, there is a lady who's a bite victim. She represents both sides. She spoke to me outside. Could you please hear her?
No, is she an applicant here?
Yes, sir. My lords, my I number is 319
What's your name?
Kamna Pandey. These brief notes.
No, IA number?
319829
Or 25?
2025.
Yes.
May it please your lordships. My lords, I begin as a bite victim myself and with a question that while I agree that proper implementation of ABC will reduce dog aggression, hormonal dog aggression, and will phase out the dog population in a few years. But what really prevents bites from happening in these years? More than 2 decades ago, my lords, I was mauled by a community dog, requiring stitches at deep wounds. Having grown up with dogs around me, my lords, I wanted to understand what really made this dog bite me without any provocation from my side whatsoever. I investigated and I found that this dog was subjected to prolonged cruelty, beating, stoning, kicking. In fact, she was trying to escape caning and beating from some person when the bite actually happened. It was not a random bite. It was defensive aggression in response to fear. My lords, I suffered because of actions of somebody else. I later adopted this dog, and for the 9 years that she stayed with us, not once she displayed aggression. In fact, she became the much-loved playmate of all the neighborhood children. My lords, this experience led me to identify answers to 2 questions. What manifests aggression in a community dog? And how did this aggression disappear in her? Which is pleaded as the fear-aggression cycle. If you could take a look in the brief notes, sir.
Yes.
My lords, cruelty, even towards an otherwise friendly dog, instills fear. Fear activates defensive aggression. Defensive aggression may lead to a bite. This is then selectively shown. The bite is highlighted, but the cruelty that caused the bite does not even find a mention. In absence of a visible causation, the blame is mostly placed on the feeders and caregivers. That again, I'm talking about the vicious cycle, my lords. This fuels the public fear, causes more cruelty and violence on feeders, and the feeders are considered as pack members by the community dogs. So violence on them is as good as violence on their pack members. Heightened aggression, heightened defensive aggression, eventually someday will lead to a larger unfortunate incident. So, my lords, in short, fear creates defensive aggression and bites. My lords, this is not merely a theoretical construct. Besides, all the researchers in my IA have attached the researchers to support this cycle. My lords, we were able to apply the understanding of this in resolving dog bite problems at SGPGI, Sanjay Gandhi Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences, Lucknow, which is a 550-acre tertiary medical campus with continuous patient and visitor footfall. My lords, they came to us when all other measures such as removing dogs, repeated removal of dogs from the campus and round-the-clock security had failed and bite complaints were increasing. We did an on-ground study and we realized that it is not merely a problem of dog population, but of fear-induced aggression due to relocation and hostile handling. So instead of going for just sterilization, we went for holistic solution. The relocation was completely discontinued. The dogs were sterilized, vaccinated, and returned. A structured system of feeding was put in place. And most importantly, the security staff was sensitized to not only avoid, but also prevent any hostility on the dogs. What happened was that the fear and insecurity went away and the triggers for aggression ceased to exist. A harmonious coexistence, stable, harmonious coexistence replaced fear and chaos. My lord, this was recognized, put on record by the management and covered in media, and recognized by His Excellency, the then governor as well. My lords, for this honorable court's noble and well-meaning objective to reduce biting and aggression, the most effective solution is to remove fear. My lords, not dogs. This requires large-scale nationwide awareness initiatives involving government, civil society, and media to focus on one fact, that human behavior directly shapes canine behavior. To communicate a simple truth that dog bites reduce dramatically when dogs are treated kindly or even simply ignored. My lords, US government has just this week announced a multi-agency strike force to curb animal cruelty. In India, my lords, today cruelty invites a meager 50 rupee fine, which is grossly inadequate to act as a deterrent. For this cycle to end, my lords, the cruelty has to be adequately penalized and stopped. Next, my lords, this honorable court's two concerns, bites and rabies, have to be recognized as two distinct issues with two distinct solutions. They cannot be clubbed, my lords. Rabies is a virological disease, fatal one, symptomatic, but fully preventable through vaccination of the local dog population, which then forms a protective barrier, and timely completion of the anti-rabies vaccine course by the bite victim. A bite, by contrast, my lords, is a behavioral event which is situational and reversible. When the circumstances generating fear, cruelty, hunger, displacement, and violence are eliminated, aggression gradually subsides. My lords, to prevent bites, this is very important, my lords. It is imperative to recognize that the onus for a normal dog turning aggressive lies not with the caregivers of feeders, but with the perpetrators of cruelty directed on the dogs or their caregivers. Also, my lords, conflating bites with rabies leads to knee-jerk counterproductive actions such as relocation and killing of dogs, which undermine the vaccinated dog protective cover, thereby compromising public health. My lords, for us common citizens, the word of your lordships is like gospel truth. For the country to recognize that cruelty today might result in a bite, maybe my child tomorrow, may get propagated if your lords find merit in it. Third point, my lords, already learned councils have talked about media misreporting. I will not go into that, but I'll just relate it to this cycle, my lords. By the time the clarifications and corrections or contrasting reports emerge, the panic has already spread. That panic translates into violence on dogs as well as feeders. Dog catching drives are initiated by municipal authorities under public pressure. Illegal relocations are undertaken by individuals. All of this, my lords,
We've
feeding
understood
into
your
the
point.
fear-aggression cycle.
We have understood your point. Thank you.
My lords, just a little more, my lords. Misleading, reckless, panic-inducing reporting in public health matters is not harmless speech, as was recognized during COVID-19 pandemic, when the government and courts repeatedly emphasized the need for verified and responsible reporting to prevent public
One
panic.
line, your submission is that human sympathy towards dog and
My
friendly
lords,
behavior is the solution.
My lords, my last point is the solution regarding the relocation of dogs. My lords, as a constructive alternative, we respectfully propose creating a non-confining dog homes within the institutional premises that are not detention centers, not shelters, but simply designated areas that provide food, water, shade, and bedding. My lords, as has been seen, even in Khan Market and other places, dogs are naturally inclined to remain in these areas with provision of food and safety and comfort. They remain around that area without coercion and without any confinement. Contrasted with the impracticality of sheltering all institutional dogs in a centralized facilities, my lords, this avoids economic burden on
All right, thank you, Ms.
governments.
Pandey, thank you.
My lords, just one last
No.
sentence. My lords, one last sentence.
We've heard you. We have understood your submissions, yes.
Lordship, may I now?
From the state of
One.
Maharashtra.
My lords,
States we will take up later.
my lords,
Modification I am seeking.
my lords, just one sentence. If I could finish, I'm not a lawyer, Mr. My lords.
We've heard you, thank you.
My lords,
22nd August, my lord.
one sentence.
No, yes.
Order dated 22nd August, it is applicable only to the urban areas. I am seeking my lord with your humble permission that to be applied to the rural area. as
Also,
well.
very well.
I am Kishore Shinde and my IA number kindly be noted down. I have further suggestion, my lord. It is not just one order, but the further suggestion is that the direction given under that order, DEI shall be applicable rural area, and that is rural area is 65%. My further.
Thank you very much. Will you please keep quiet? We did not permit you to start arguing. You went on and on and on your own. Where did you learn to practice? Who was your senior? Who taught you how to practice and how to make arguments in court? Who? What's your good name?
Kishore Shinde, my
You
lord.
practice here in Supreme Court?
Practice in the Bombay High Court.
In the Bombay High Court. Who has been your senior? How many years of practice have you put in?
I was in UK, studied there. and-
You studied there in UK. Very good. This is how they
Just
teach you
pardon
there.
in front, push aside the other council.
Apologize.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Please.
you.
No, don't take any papers from him. Yes, Mr. Sharma.
My lords, if I can take 15 seconds,
Thank
please,
you very much,
my
Ms.
lords.
Pandey. Thank you.
Lordship,
My lords, just 15 seconds.
Thank you very much. We said 3 times.
Deepest gratitude, my lords.
Yes.
Lordship, I will conclude within 4 points. My
No,
submission.
4 points is not relevant. How much time?
Yeah, absolutely. Within 10 minutes, I will.
No, not 10 minutes.
5 minutes, Lord.
No.
Okay, Lordship. My first point
Where
is
is your
regarding,
brief note? Pass on your brief note.
Lordship, I submitted on the online evidence portal. It is already submitted on 10th of,
What is submitted? What is your IA number?
IA number is 186760 of 2025.
IA
186760.
6760.
Lordship, first point is totally new point. Not is said by anyone. The existing rules and laws are insufficient to solve this dangerous situation.
All right.
Now the question is that many seniors and advocates are of the law of the dog lover side say that this court have no power to pass the order of the 711. So I am saying the one point regarding this court power regarding that order. First point. In this dangerous situation, this honorable court has power to issue directions and the orders to override and correct the existing rules and laws for justice in 2 ways. First, under Article 142, that is the inherent power, and in that case, anybody cannot dictate to this honorable constitutional court that power must be exercised in this way or that way. And second, under Article 32, for the enforcement of the fundamental rights, because under Article 21, right to life also includes right to health, which is held in the state of Punjab versus Mahinder Singh Chavla. Lots of one point in this. Many are saying there is not the vacuum, and because there is not the vacuum, so the court cannot pass the order. There is the clear vacuum. If the existing rules and laws are not solve the problem of the dog bite and the dog attack, then there is clearly the vacuum. And so that's why the court can fill that vacuum. So that's why this court have the constitutional and the legal power both to deal such situation. This is the first point.
Very good.
And Lordship, if you
4 points are covered in this.
Lordship, that is also not
Article
discussed.
32, Article 142,
21.
21, everything is covered now.
711.
Lordship, I tried to conclude all the things
No.
because
You
if
give
you
your written note. Huh?
Lordship,
Multiple children in India, and my points have not been spoken.
Mr.
whenever
Bilmoria, we have heard you. Why are you here? You let the others come forward.
Yorship, just
we are hearing.
Why? You are assisting somebody.
Orphans of India and as parents.
You have a separate IA. Very well. We'll hear you. Wait.
Yorship, just 3 minutes, sure.
Yes. Your good name?
I'm Rajesh Gogna.
Rajesh?
Gogna. I'm also the co-opted member of Animal Welfare Board of India and also the member of the rule drafting committee. But today I'm representing Punita Sharma ji, and she opted to become a lord. She's a dog lover. She took
IA
admission
number?
in- Huh?
Your IA number?
My IA number is Yorship. Implement IA number is 329908.
3299.
08 of 2025.
Yes.
And our clarification application number is 206032 of 2025.
206032.
Forwarding our notes, Yorship.
Yes, please.
In Yorship, without commenting upon anything, because the order of this honorable court presupposes that there is sufficient number of animal shelters all around the country. And while asking the chief secretaries to give the report, no information was sought as to what is the actual number, location, capacity, status, construction, or financial allocation. So this was missing. So unless the government have a budgetary allocation of the animal shelters and they have a program, so unless the animal shelters are there in sufficient number, in Delhi as on date, there is absolutely no government sponsored animal shelter available. So Yorship, in my this note in para number 3,
Yes.
we submit to the honorable court that as it was lacking, honorable court should ask all the chief secretaries to file a compliance
Yes, yes,
affidavit.
we are conscious of that, sir. Tell us something more, something
Yorship,
new.
that was that annual budget.
Don't
and
repeat the same old.
already been argued repeatedly, revised, reiterated
Yorship, that's as far as
to the hilt.
that
Dug
affidavit
out
as far
and
as the
again argued.
shelters, Yorship, that shelter.
We are conscious of that. We know what this state has.
Just-
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
My lord, just one quick
No,
submission.
no, sorry.
My lords, may I be?
Just
Somebody who's argued is over can
Just
move
one
back.
point, my lord, even in pound, you'll have to do ABC.
Very well, thank you.
Would your lordship?
Wait. Yes,
Your Honor, my IA number is 9847.
first tell us your good name.
Sir, Your Honor, I'm Raisha Kumar.
Raisha.
Yes, sir.
RAISHA.
RAYASHA.
RAYA. Raisha Kumar.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, IA number
9847
of 26.
of 26, Your Honor.
Yes.
Should I hand over the copies?
No,
What is your argument?
yes.
Okay. Your Honor, as we know that implementation of the directions of the Honorable Court requires thousands of crores. That is not in dispute, I believe. So, Your Honor, my submissions are based on the constitutional provisions regarding source of funds and doctrine of separation of powers, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would humbly like to bring the attention of this court to Article 266 of the Constitution of India, Your Honor.
Yes.
So, 266(1) provides for Consolidated Fund of India. 266(2) provides for public account of the state, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, according to 266 clause 3, no monies out of the Consolidated Fund of India or Consolidated Fund of a state shall be appropriated except in accordance with law and for the purposes and in the manner provided in this Constitution, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, my...
Mr. Sharma, we have heard you. Please leave space for the others.
I am just also waiting for that to
For what?
go outside.
Please,
But
please find place. You can find your way. You can find your way to come inside. You can also find your way to exit.
Relocated.
Your Honor, I humbly submit.
Lordship, so that.
Is there any direction?
Madam, you have
to-
also argued. Why are you occupying the seat? Let others who don't have not an opportunity to argue, let them be here. You must sit here in the front row after having made your submissions. Why? All those who have made their submissions can please take a back seat and they want to wait in the court, they're welcome. You can hand over the submission to the court master. You don't need permission.
Pushkarna, you already.
We heard you, yes.
But just that your lordship.
No additions. You can hand over your submissions to the court master.
Your lordship not were heard.
Thank you very much. We are not hearing any arguments. Just leave your submission. Yes, you can just leave it with the court master. Thank you.
During the break, do it. Right now,
Don't disturb the court proceeding now.
proceedings.
Yes.
Your Honor, it is my humble submission that as per the law, the funds were allocated only for sterilization and vaccination and not for lifelong gender.
Have you prepared your note?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is your note? Pass it on. Share it with us. Yes.
Your Honor, even for the directions to be implemented, the government officials are bound also to follow the CVC rules regarding issuing of tenders, the general financial rules, etc., which is pertaining to the funds.
My lord just said in the morning that we have yet to hear the government officials how they will comply.
Right.
So in anticipation, you are making the rejoinder arguments or what?
Right, Your Honor. I will proceed
Yes,
further. I will
right.
proceed further, Your Honor. Sir, Your Honor, according to Article 267, it pertains to the contingency fund of India, Your Honor. So I will not read the entire provision, but it pertains to the contingency fund of India and contingency fund of the state, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, it is submitted that according to Article 267, the utilization of contingency fund of India and contingency fund of state is subject to necessary approvals from the President of India or Governor of State and Parliament or state legislature. I have not gone in detail, Your Honor. The expenditure has to be later approved by the legislature also, Your Honor. Your Honor, Article 275 pertaining to the grants and aid, Your Honor.
Yes.
So, Your Honor, this particular Article 275, it majorly pertains to the tribal development of tribal areas or state of Assam or formation of autonomous state, etc. It does not seem to provide for a purpose like developing animals.
That is the state's problem from where they will provide the funds. Why are you worried about that? Leave it to us.
Your Honor, because my submissions are on doctrine of separation of powers also, Your Honor. So,
What separation of powers?
Your Honor, I submit that as we already know that according to Article 50, the role of legislature and judiciary is separate.
Yes.
There is no question of
What
interpretation
is
of
that you
law.
want? You don't want us to keep our hands off this matter.
Your Honor,
It is the state and the legislatures and the executive's duty to do all that.
so Your Honor,
We should keep our hands off. That's your submission.
Your Honor, as per your directions, as per your order dated 7/11, it says that the issues regarding implementation of the ABC rules. The implementation is not, the question is not regarding the validity of the law. So, Your Honor, like personally, we are feeding for last 20 years. So, me and my mother as a housewife used to go to the district magistrate and request for the release of funds. So, over the period of 20 years, maximum majority of the dogs in our area are vaccinated. They are not aggressive. There has not been any case of.
Keep doing this good service.
So, yes, Your Honor, it is,
Thank
we
you.
are duty bound to do this,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Thank you very much. We understood. Yes. Yes. You are for?
I am for an NGO.
Come this side.
Animals are people too. This is by Mr. Mohit Chauhan, who is a well-known singer. And
What's your good name?
my name is Anil Mishra, ANILMISHRA.
IA number?
IA number, please, my lords, is 209727 of 25. In fact, there are two IAs. one is for intervention,
The other one number is?
209729 of 25, which is for seeking directions.
Very well.
If
Yes.
Milords will have my written submissions,
Yes.
it's a 3-page. Milords, I fully, base my arguments earlier by learned senior counsels, especially Mr. Colin Gonsalves. Milords, Mr. Mohit Chauhan is himself a dog feeder, Milords, and on behalf of dog feeders,
Yes.
because dog feeders are the worst lot, Milords, here. If Milords will allow me to read it, Milords.
No, you don't have to read. You want to make any submission, you make it orally. Otherwise, note, of course, we will read.
Yes, Milords,
You don't want somebody to read, 4-page note unnecessarily.
Milords, my submission is
Yes.
that, Milords, I am only suggesting some modification addition if it, Milords,
Yes.
Milords will give me that liberty to the extent that it is fully in consonance with mandate of the animal birth control rules. The spirit and essence of ABC rules is compassionate management of dogs and recognition of NGOs, individual feeders as caregivers of stray dogs. The rules recognize stray dogs as community animals. Further, it also recognizes animal welfare organizations, feeders, and caregivers under Section 2J, 2F, and 20 of the rules,
Yes.
Milords. Now, even my lords, in another civil appeal and number 5988 of 2019, Animal Welfare Board of India versus People for Elimination of Stray Troubles, Milords had held that these rules are putting in place mechanism for preventing the infliction of unnecessary pains and sufferings on animals, more specifically the canines. Milords, therefore, and also Milords, because I will not be repeating other, Milords, there are several judgments of Milords, Delhi High Court and other high courts also. Milords, I have mentioned it. Even in foreign jurisdiction, Milords, the caregivers, dog feeders are recognized as someone who acts hand in hand with the municipal authorities. Now, in this background, if Milords will permit me, Milords, in my limited knowledge, I'm asking Milords if Milords will turn to page 4, that there is a suggestion that if Milords may add this or modify Milords para E in 711, may I read that? Provided that an animal welfare organization, NGO, individual feeder may apply to the municipal authority concerned to take responsibility of the dogs in such institutional area, on such application being made within 8 weeks of this order, such animal welfare organization, individual feeder, NGO shall be appointed as the responsible person for the community animal in such institution. The feeding and other care shall be regulated as per Section 20 of the ABC rule. Section 20 says that animals will be in the apartment. The association will take care, or there will be a dog feeder appointed. So the municipal authority shall reimburse the expenses of feeding, sterilization, or immunization on a regular basis as per Section 10(2) of the ABC rule. Now, there is also that. So I just want a recognition for the individual feeders and give it to us, Milords.
Very.
And make us person responsible. If
This
even
responsibility will also extend to damages in cases of dog bites?
Milords,
Tortious damages?
Milords
Or for deaths?
Milords, may I submit in this
Yes,
regard?
yes.
Milords have in their earlier order also given liberty that these NGOs or feeders are also at liberty to adopt these dogs. Milords, we don't have wherewithal to adopt all dogs, but there is short of adoption, which I am suggesting, Milords.
Right, thank you.
That if there is a reimbursement, we will be responsible.
What do you?
Obliged.
Lordship, I have just one humble That is to include.
No, first tell us your good name, then your IA number.
I am Sanjeev Kumar
Introduce
Agarwal.
yourself.
My IA number is 2.
What's your good name?
Sanjeev Kumar Agarwal.
Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Agarwal.
IA number 218743 of 25.
18743.
Of 25.
Yes, what is your submission?
That's it. There is just one humble prayer to modify 711 order to include public park also. Because there, at least I am also a victim. In the public park, who are suffering, senior citizens are suffering. They have found facts. And that's one more important aspect which has not been made before 10-20 years when I used to sit in Supreme Court lawns. There were so many butterflies. Dogs have eaten their larvae. They have dug the land and eaten the earthworms. They have eaten all the small animals which used to exist in the parks and lawns.
All right.
They.
Understood. Thank you. Yes, please. What's your good name?
My name is Pulomi Pavni Shukla, and I would
1
like to give a small brief introduction of myself. I have fought for the right of orphan children since 2016. I've written the most extensive book on orphan children called Weakest on Earth, Orphans of India. And I've also got orders from this honorable court.
What is your IA number?
My IA number is 10296 of 2026. And I've also got orders from this honorable court extending right to education for orphan children, counting orphans.
Very good credentials you have.
Yes, Your Lordship. So I want to make a very important submission on the behalf of orphan and vulnerable children of India. India has 31 million orphan children, 11 to 18 million children on the streets, and these are UNICEF numbers. Your Lordship, the point is that these children are on the streets and their only protectors, in my experience, in my ground experience, are these street dogs. When I walk away from a railway station or a bus station or even a hospital complex, I walk away slightly more comfortable knowing that the 13-year-old girl who's sleeping on that railway station is protected because she's got a street dog sleeping next to her, that she will not be raped. And Your Lordship, I find it a little, and I'm sorry, and I say this very, very humbly, constitutionally inverse that we are talking about spending 20,000 crore for shelters for dogs when 45 districts out of 75 in Uttar Pradesh don't have a single orphanage, when we have more children on the street. This case started with children. So the protection of children inside homes, the rights of children inside homes cannot be more important than the rights of children without homes. That is point one, sir. Lordship, I have 3 points, Lordship, none of them have been made.
Note dijiye.
I have noted I will not go into this, in my notes and in my IA, how these children are protected, many media cases of these children protected, but a lot of it is not explained in the media because, Your Lordship, these children have no voice and they have no parent but this court. And if this court removes their last line of defense before giving them shelter, then, Your Lordship, these children would have been orphaned twice, once by fate and once by the state and this honorable court. My second submission, which I'll put in very short, is that these dogs also protect poor societies, poor RWAs, which don't have security guards, and also women. As a girl who lives alone in Delhi, I walk the street feeling more comfortable that there are dogs and not who can bark if I am attacked. These are my very humble submissions about this. And the second, Lordship, my submissions are about, I have worked with a series of doctors to explain the zoonotic diseases. I know that you have been told there will be zoonotic diseases, but I want to give you examples of 5 zoonotic diseases which have already happened due to overcrowding of animals. These are Nipah virus, the swine flu, the Japanese encephalitis, the SARS, avian influenza. In the case of bird flu, it was noted by WHO that reduction of density of birds in poultry farms reduced avian influenza instantly. Now, Lordship, the more scary part. In USA, CDC has notified a disease called Campylobacter jejuni coming from puppy mills, which is very close to what you talk is a dog shelter. Dogs there giving birth, living there. This is a drug-resistant, multi-drug resistant disease. It is affecting 115 million people in the US currently, causing deaths largely in children. The second disease which is spreading is leptospira. These are zoonotic diseases which are already spreading. And thirdly, Lordship, I would like you to go to point number 6 on my note, which is a very, very scary thing. In 1950, Lordship, rabies right now is transmitted through bites. But in 1950, there were 2 recorded cases of rabies becoming a droplet virus. A droplet virus meaning that aerosol transmission, meaning transmission through coughs. It was done, it happened in a natural setting. It's called the Bracken Cave case. It is well documented in medical literature. It was when rats were kept together inside a cave. But we are doing the same thing with dogs. And allowing mutations on a great rate will someday make rabies a droplet virus in India. And India has always been a place of healing. We should not be the cause of the next epidemic disease. Besides that, Your Lordship, I would like you to read point number 8, which is antimicrobial resistance. What happens in shelters, Your Lordship, is when a dog falls sick, many dogs fall sick. So there is an indiscriminate use of antibiotics, of antivirals, of many, many things. And the viruses that mutate out of them are completely drug resistant. So when we are talking about public health and safety, it has to be looked at from a complete angle. Just because there are bites which are absolutely serious, we cannot remove a layer of protection amongst orphan children, or we cannot cause an epidemic. There has to be a complete look. I will be submitting, Your Lordships, I'm working with a lot of epidemiologists to submit a full report on what are the future risks of this. And Lordship, just one point, I have been feeling very bad that RWAs and gated communities with lakhs and crores worth of flats are asking for the state to give more money to make shelters when my children are on the street without any shelters.
All about money only.
Yes, Your Lordship, but these children need, if children are the cause,
Right.
children need to be removed from the streets first, dogs later.
Correct.
We need shelters for children, Your Lordship, please. Thank you, Your Lordship.
3 minutes. Madam.
Yes.
Please, Madam.
You will please wait. Otherwise, we'll ask you to leave the court. Yes.
May please, my lord. My lord, I'm Divyadeep Chaturvedi. I appear for Alpha Angels, the Animal Trust, my lord. My IN number is 330129. This is a trust that runs animal shelter in Goa, my lord, and has hands-on experience in rescue sterilization.
Your IN number is?
330129 of 2025, my lord. If I may be permitted to hand over a short note, my lord.
Yes, please.
Please. My lord, there have been
Yes.
My lord, there have been suggestions made by the learned counsels preceding me about institutional responsibility as an alternative to permanent relocation of these animals, my lord. My lord, my submission is that this suggestion finds its strength as well as its foundation within the PCA Act itself. My lord, I'll refer to 3 provisions and I'll rest.
Any provision which has not been referred to.
My lord,
Please don't refer to any provision which has already been
please, my
referred
lord,
to.
I'll just show the analysis, my lord. I'll sum it up.
You-
I won't take
Don't
more than
take
3
us to the provision, you
Please, my lord.
make your submissions.
Please, my lord, I won't take more than 3 minutes. my lord.
Reading the same thing again and again is too much. No?
Without repetition.
Yes.
There is, my lord, section 11, if my lord may note,
Yes.
lists out the offences under the Act, my lord. 2 of those offences, my lord, are specifically applicable to owners, my lord. Now, my lord, this is the first indication that the legislative scheme makes a distinction between degrees of association that a person may have with an animal. My lord. That's one, my lord.
Yes.
Also, my lord may note that the offence under 11I, my lord, the offence of abandonment, is not specifically applicable to the owners, my lord. Now, my lord, under section 2F, in defining ownership, the Act does not preclude juristic persons from the definition of owners, my lord.
Yes.
That's how, my lord, institutions can be brought within the sphere of responsibility, my lord.
Oh,
The
makes sense.
determinating factor being, my lord,
Whether they like it or not.
please, my lord,
Mm.
for voluntary institutions at least, my lord, who are claiming ownership, because as per my instructions, there are several institutions, especially educational institutions,
Yes.
who keep these animals voluntarily, my lord. My lord, their responsibility under the Act will flow from section 2F, my lord, as owners, my lord. The determinating factor being possession or custody, which has been referred to in, which has been mentioned in section 2F.
2F, yes.
Please, my lord. Now, my lord, where there is an element of volition, they will be considered as owners, and their responsibilities under those specific provisions applicable to owners will also arise, as well as, my lord, they'll also be responsible for the behavior of those animals under 291 BNS, because 291 BNS also refers to, my lord, whoever in possession of an animal, my lord. So the determinating factor being possession or custody, my lord. Now, my lord, there'll be institutions who are agnostic to the presence of these animals within their campus, my lord. The obligations of those institutions, my lord, will flow from section 3 of the act, my lord, which makes, my lord, which puts the responsibility on persons who may have care or charge of the animal, my lord. So by virtue of having these animals within their campus, my lord, there is some level, some degree of supervision, even though it is lesser, the responsibility being lesser, they will still be responsible as bare minimum measure, my lord. They may be made responsible for implementation of ABC rules, particularly sterilization
The
and vaccination.
responsibility as per section is only limited to the extent of the pain or infliction of cruelty on the animal. What about the animal causing the pain or cruelty to a human being? Whose responsibility will it be then?
My lord, may I have section 3 for a
Yes,
moment?
read,
my lord?
please.
My lord, it says, it shall be the duty of every person having care or charge of any animal to take all reasonable measures to ensure the well-being of such animal and to prevent infliction upon such animal of unnecessary pain or suffering, my lord. Now, my lord, in my respectful submission, my lord, well-being of an animal would include sterilization and vaccination, which will also, my lord, help in stopping the spread of rabies.
That was not the question which fell from the court.
I'm sorry, my lord. I'm sorry.
Whose responsibility will it be
Please.
in case that animal attacks a human being? Who will owe the responsibility?
My lord,
No, please.
my lord, for those, my lord, section 3, my lord, I will concede, my lord, under section 3, we cannot impose a responsibility
Which is
on
not there in the act.
of the behavior of the animal, my lord,
Yes.
because they are not voluntary. But at least for voluntary institutions, my lord, we can fix that responsibility. Even under,
Irrespective of the fact that the law doesn't provide for such responsibility.
it does, my lord, because under 291, my lord, whoever in possession, my lord,
Yes.
because it's voluntary, my lord.
All right.
A stray dog can't be in possession of anyone, Mr. Counsel.
My lord, I'm talking about institutions who fall under
Then
2F, my lord.
Pet the dog, take a license. Simple as that.
My lord, but juristic persons are not excluded from the definition.
All right. Thank you.
General causes act, my lord.
Thank you.
Very well, my lord.
Yes.
Obliged.
Please, Your Lordships.
We'll hear you 1 minute after this.
Very grateful, my lords. My lords, may I be just permit to hand over a note? I appear, my lords, in TC number, that's transfer case number 40 of 2025. Listed as 301.5, my lords, today, with your lordships. My lords, I represent an 80-year-old lady who lives on the street only. She's a beggar, really, but who takes care, my lords, of over 200 dogs. Her life is devoted to taking care. She is popularly known as Dog Amma in Delhi. My lords, I won't go into the elaborate arguments which have already been addressed. There are two compilations. One is a note on suggestions, my lords, which is a thin compilation. And the other is a larger note with Rajya Sabha debates, etc., which my learned friend had already pointed out, so I'm not going to trouble, and certain medical reports, international conventions, parts about how dogs really have evolved over millennia with human beings. Because during discussions, my lords, the point fell, it's not our dog special, my lords. It's all about all animals. Of course, it is about all animals, but dogs really do come in a very different category. Whether religiously, culturally, etymologically, in any which way, dogs are on a separate footing. Be that as it may, pure suggestions, my lords, if I may trouble your lordships with.
Which of the suggestions is new?
Yes.
AI, my lords, while dog tracking has been spoken about, chipsets have been spoken about, etc. What I will do is only look at the headings. I won't trouble your lordships with the rest of the context. So one is, my lords, I sincerely urge my lords to consider a policy for adoptions, incentivization, because really the answer to this would be, and it has fallen to your lordships at times as well and in jest by people, why don't you go adopt dogs? And there are more human beings than dogs on the streets. My lords, a lot of the councils over here, I can tell for a fact, whether it's me, Mr. Billimore, and a number of other councils have more than 8 to 10 dogs at home who are indies. And this entire case is revolving around indies, my lords. These are the native breeds. It is not about the pet dogs. It's not about the well-bred dogs. It's about the indies, who are today the homeless ones. Be that as it may. So number one, I'm requesting your lordships to consider an adoption policy, National Adoption Mission, integrate adoption into National Animal Birth Control Program with clear targets, 50% of sterilized dogs to be taken by the community. Now, in order to make that happen, my lords, I'm requesting for adoption-ready facilities to be implemented over there by these municipal authorities, and incentivization. Incentivization, my lords, something as simple as a lower middle class gentleman, lady picks up a dog, an indie, the sterilization costs, the vaccination costs, etc. Even if there is subsidization by the veterinaries, that would go a long way by itself. So an apportionment of costs through incentivization. So number one point, my lords, was adoption and a policy regarding that to incentivize it. Number two, my lords, use of technology for tracking and supervising the dogs. My lords, AI-powered zoning dashboards. This is different. It had fallen from your lordships, in fact, on one of the previous hearings about the elephants. In Tamil Nadu, the heat sensing AI system has been implemented. In fact, the lady has gone ahead, the secretary who brought it about has gone ahead and just won the global award, my lords, for environmental protection laws, second in India ever in the last 100 years. My lords, people like that, if they were to help implement a policy, because what happens is density mapping, bite hotspots, ABC scheduling, integrating the feeder support system all through AI would drastically cut down a lot of these infestations which are happening, the dog bite issues that are happening, my lords, because you can identify the source, you can identify the problem and then go forward. Number two, tech-enabled regulatory compliances. My lords, there is, of course, your lordships are aware of blockchain, etc.
Are you for real, Mr. Council?
I'm sorry.
Are you for real?
My lords, a bit utopian,
Surprise.
perhaps,
But
because we
surprise.
are at a point.
Very surprised. Young council just now argued and showed us the statistics of orphaned children on the street.
Yes.
We wish some of the lawyers would have argued for adoption of these children.
My lords, I would, but this is also about
That's
adoption
right,
of
that's
these
right.
dogs
Yeah,
who
that's
are
right.
not in a position today to.
Since the year 2011, when I was elevated, this is probably the longest argument we have heard. And till date, no one has argued so long or so compassionately for a human being, will tell you.
My lords, it is about the human beings as well.
Yes, yes.
It
true.
is. This is not about.
Absolutely.
This is at an inflection
Right,
point
Mr.
as a
Kakkal.
society, my lord.
Thank you. We got your note and we deal with it.
My lords, just. My lords, only the last point. If there are dogs, my lords, the indie breed is best suited for induction in various institutions like the army, like the police. In fact, today, the one indie dog by the name of Ria has been awarded as the best tracker dog in the world. If it can be institutionalized, empathy is critical, but so is training for the dogs. There is a system that can be put in place. Adoption is not just private, it can be institutional as well.
Thank you.
Only a policy. I'm very
Yes.
grateful for your time, my lords.
Yes, please come. All those who argued will please leave the front rows.
May I excuse myself?
Yes, thank you very much.
Very grateful, my lords.
I represent an individual who is based in Pune,
Your good name, sir?
Sanjay Sen.
Mr. Sanjay Sen.
Yes, please.
You come from Calcutta?
No, I devil myself in Delhi, in course in Delhi, but I am from Odisha otherwise.
Sanjay Sen.
I used to be in Calcutta earlier, Milits.
Right.
Milits,
Your IA number is?
my IN number is 9823 of 2026. Milits, may I only make one point. Everything has been argued, Milits.
Yes.
The SOP, Milits.
Of 2025.
Correct.
November 25.
Yes, after your lordship's judgment, Milits. But there is a slight, they have increased the scope of what was given in your lordship's judgment was educational institution, hospitals, sports complex, bus depots, and railway stations. Now, the SOP provides, it is also advised to identify other public places such as religious places, children's park, airports, helipads, seaports, tourist sites and recreational spots, slightly undefined. Your lordships may have to consider as to what should be included, what not. This is beyond what your lordships had originally envisaged. That's the first point. The second point, Milits, is that there is a particular square feet.
But we never confined it. It was not an inclusive, it was open.
Correct. But your lordships are
We
indicated.
mentioned some of them.
Indicated.
The
Correct. Because
authorities
what-
would always.
Exhaustive.
Yes,
Put
yes,
an
correct,
exhaustive
correct.
order.
No, I'm not on that. I'm only saying that some application has to be made, Milits, as to a children's park is not always a separate park. It is part of a larger park. A children's is designated in a larger park. You have seesaws, you have slides
Yes.
in a corner. So it's not a children's park. It's a portion where the children's go. So you may need to ring fence it. You need to fence it. You need to fence that and protect the children. We're not against that.
All right.
But it's not, so therefore the recreational spots is a very, very broad term. So something, how do you define it? tourist and recreational. Tourist is Janpat also is tourist. So where do you stop? So that's some kind of a application from your lordship. Then, Millards, the other issue is there is certain area of shelter which they've given 17 to 40 for 100 dogs. Now, 100 dogs can be a maximum limit, but depending on the nature and the number of caregiver, you may need to reduce the number of dogs. Let us say there is a issue with in size in terms of the money that is available to construct the shelters, but you can have lesser number of dogs. So 100 cannot be, it has to be a maximum. It can't cross 100. So it can't be frozen. The second, Millards, is that you have created the shelters, but there is land that is also required for the dogs to move around sometime during the day. That is not provided for. Then, Millards, one submission is that, Millards, in the past, we have seen that the rules have failed because of certain reasons. There has to be some forensic audit because in future, more money will get deployed.
Correct.
Taxpayers' money.
Yes.
Some forensic audit and some responsibility has to be fixed
Already
and
this is-
people punished.
Thank you.
Because the last point, Millards, is the public-private participation, stakeholder participation. That is very important. Millards, what has happened is that they are recognizing it, except that the stakeholder can contribute financially, but they should have access to the government shelters. That is not coming out clearly. Those are the submissions. May I file a small note?
Please file.
On this one?
Yes, you please come. Blue shirt, huh.
You come from?
Grateful. Millards.
For the appeal for seven mothers who are the children lost, their children are.
No, I'm asking the gentleman in blue sweater.
Representing him.
Achha, he's your counsel.
Yes, counsel.
All right. What's your name?
Because my name is Varun Bal.
Varun Bal,
BA.
BALA.
Yes, yes.
You have a transferred case.
Because we yet not transferred loss, it was basically because what happened that it has transferred from Allahabad, but the registry has not yet given us the TC number, so we are unable to file our wakalatnama in this matter also.
Okay, then you have a note. Please pass it on.
So this is a petition filed by 7 mothers. Their children are
Before the Allahabad High Court.
before the Allahabad High Court. Because they stay in a gated community in Gautam Buddha Nagar. Because still now, because what is happening that every day, because the feeders are yet still feeding, because every day, because the incidents like this are yet happening. Because we are supporting the arguments made by Mr. Datta. Because the releasing of the dogs is not helping the society. That is what he has to submit.
So you have a transferred case from Allahabad High Court, which has still not been numbered.
Yes, Lord.
What is the number of the Allahabad High Court case?
PC number 1390/2022.
WP civil number
1390
1390.
2022.
Very good.
My lords would like to add something.
Sorry?
Would like to add one point.
No, either your counsel argues or you would have argued.
This is something specific. Like,
What do you want to say?
my lords, this case has been filed on a direction from Honorable Supreme Court in 1208 of WPC. And that WPC 1208 was filed as per the direction of Honorable High Court in Allahabad again. So it's like from High Court to Supreme Court to High Court, then again to Supreme Court. So it's like ping pong politics.
All right.
You're right.
Thank you.
Please,
May I
madam.
please?
No, we've heard you. Yes.
Yes, my lords, I am Advocate Divyam Dhyani, my lords. I am appearing in IA number 209767 of 2025, my lords.
Just a minute.
My lords, may I repeat the IA number?
We'll ask you.
Yes.
You are advocate?
Divyam Dhyani, my lords. DIV
Divyam Dhani.
Dhyani, DHYANI.
Your IA number is?
Yes, my lords, my IA number is 209767 of 2025, my lords. My lords, I appear for one of the interveners, Dr. Amit Chaudhary. My lords, he's been working for 30 years for the cause of animals. He's served as the animal welfare officer for AWBI also, and as a government appointed nominee for various animal ethics committee. My lords, coming to the point, what is my motivation for fighting this IA is very fairly simple, my lords. I absolutely agree with the bench that the prevention is better than cure, and it has to be a collaborative approach rather than a combative approach. But in that aspect, my lords, may kindly have page 36 of my IA, my lords. I'll just show 3 documents and just submit my brief note, my lords.
Please give your brief note first.
But it's just a 2-pager. Nothing more, my lords. My lords, page 36 of my IA, my lords.
Yes, please read.
Yes, my lords. My lords, these are the questions put up to the Honorable Lok Sabha, to the Minister of Animal Husbandry and Fisheries, my lords. I'll just state the questions and just come straight away to my points, my lords. My lords, these were 5 questions. Will the Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying be pleased to state A, whether the government is aware that the menace of stray dogs has acquired alarming proportions across the country, leading to increased attacks on humans, particularly children and elderly citizens? If so, the details thereof. My lords, B, the number of reported cases of stray dog attacks in the last 5 years, state-wise. C, the details of steps are being taken by the government to address this issue while ensuring a humanitarian approach to animals. My lords, D, whether the government has assessed the effectiveness of ABC program in controlling stray dog population, and E, if so, the details thereof along with this impact in the states. My lords, may straight away come, my lords, to the data. Page 38, my lords, it's the data. My lords, this data is updated only January 2025, my lords, and to my limited knowledge, my lords, there is no other data, official data by the government. My lords, the numbers are there. It's the total number, my lords, comes to around 4.30 lakhs of dog bite cases, my lords. And my lords, on the next page, my lords, we have the rabies deaths as on till 25th of January. My lords, these are only 1 death. My lords, these are the numbers which I am referring to. Then, my lords, the steps taken by the government with regard to how rabies is being controlled and ABC programs being implemented, my lords, that is on page 40 of the IA. Annexure A3 lists out all the steps taken by the government, so that, my lords, on the next date of hearing, when states are called upon to answer, my lords may cross-reference, what is the implementation taken by the states, by the dictate given by the government. Then, my lords, the next, what is Annexure 5, points out to the similar problems. It is just updated till 22nd of July 2025. Malas, in that aspect, I must commend the state of West Bengal, Malas, because they have come out with the SOPs, which covers, in fact, Malas, not just the ABC, how the ABCs are to be implemented. Secondly, Malas, which type of food is to be given to the dogs. Secondly, echoing from the order dated 7th of November, my lords, they call for, and these, my lords, these sessions are dated 25th of November 2024. So in those SOPs, my lords, the state of West Bengal has stated that feeding has to be done on designated spots and feeders are to be also protected. Then, my lords, coming to my brief note, my lords, I'll not, because most of the suggestions have already been stated by my lords, I'll just make one recommendation, my lords. On the second page of my note, my lords, if my lords are inclined to appoint an expert committee, I have just recommended for 2 members, my lords, 2 names. My lords, those are Dr. Anandita Bhadra and Dr. Rashmi. My lords, their brief introduction is just given in my page. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Not today. Likhiye, Court Master. We have heard so and so, so and so, so and so. List for further hearing on Thursday at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. kar dete hain.
2 p.m.
Your Lordships, may I give the written notes to the Court Master? I forgot to write my IA number in the ones I handed over to the bench. So please, may I give another one with the IA number?
Your name is there, na, so we will be able to.
My name is also not there on the notes. They were just for information.
Your note name.
Yes, thank you, Your Lordship.
इसमें IA number डाल दीजिएगा.
Yes, Your Lordship. And one small request, Your Lordship, whenever you get time, please go through my IA, Lordship. It has a lot more details than I could argue today for brevity.
Polami Shukla, na?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Polami Shukla, your name
Yes,
is.
Your Lordship's permission. Thank you, Your Lord. And thank you so much for the kind praise, Your Lordship.
On the last hearing, we made some submissions on behalf of Ms. Geeta Seshmani. We wanted to just place on record a 1-pager.
Please submit your written note.
Court Master.
Everyone is permitted to file their written notes with the Court
Just wanted
Master.
to bring it to your Lordship's
Yes.
attention.
Court
Obliged.
Master,
Sir, may I please give
2 o'clock, sir.
Sir, may I please?
List again
Please.
for further hearing
Your Honor. Sir.
on
Your Honor.
20th January 2026 at 2 p.m. for further hearing. ठीक है, ये नाम नोट कर दीजिएगा 37 onwards आज की डेट से.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, I came from Telangana State, Your Honor. I'm a brief plan and subject to eliminate all the dogs. I will give my proposals, Your Honor.
You give your proposals in writing to the Court Master. Mr. Viju, we will not hear you at all. Next.